Yeah, 70 or unlimited everything on T-Mobile.
Shabba-da-weedians.
Skibidi.
Alrighty.
Which I like.
Come on, Twitch. Oh,
Nope.
Twitch is live.
Yeah, Twitch, you jerk.
Jerk.
Spreading our Twitch
Yeah.
passwords around.
Showing our income.
Eh.
How dare you show how many $0 I have?
I was gonna say, are we even on the list? Probably not, because like we're not partners, so it's
Well, the
like.
funny thing was, when I saw one of the Reddit posts for it, it was showing like most of the top streamers, and I just see one random one says something TV $0.
I saw that, yeah.
Like what?
I was like, you know what would be awesome is if it did show our payout on there, and because like in some of these articles I read, people were like bragging about like their rank, like as like a joke. They were like, "Yo, I'm the 657th top Twitch streamer, heyo," and it's like, I was like, we should find out what we are and be like, yeah, we got about $1.50 last month, and be like, boom, 10,048.
What up?
And then
Get
I'll
off
find
my
out that,
40,
like,
yo.
I'm 100.
We're creeping up on you, 10,047. What?
They're literally like
God.
2 cents, 2 bits,
Yeah.
Yep.
and they haven't streamed in like 6 months.
We're coming after you. I love Roblox 42.
One video.
Yeah, one video 8 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
Minecraft beta guy 02.
All right. Let's see here.
Oh goddamn.
Nice.
Why?
Dude, Mel is going ham right now.
I know.
You weren't here for the first one.
Oh
Dude.
man, it was rough.
Dude, they paid respects on the Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City trailer. They paid respects to the original by this scene alone. Well, I'm just saying, like, I didn't say it was proper respect before you start with your condescendingness. We have plenty
don't
of that in the
really
show
do.
today. You can hold it back for a second.
It's gonna be like, so what does everyone think about the trailer? Hold on, I need a deep breath to get all this out. Okay.
This
It's going to be a long ass rant.
this
Hey.
scene right here.
Look, okay. In all fairness, there's actually multiple shots in this trailer that are good.
Yeah.
That is one of them. If you go back a few seconds, it's the shot of them entering the mansion. Hold on. Well,
I
so
think
that's
I think this is the stinger that they used before the trailer.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, just just play it. It's like, so you got Claire rolling into the city on her motorcycle.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of RE2.
Is that Chris?
Yeah, that's Chris.
Mhm.
And that's Carlos, right? That's supposed to be Carlos somewhere in there?
Well, no, so Carlos was RE3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like,
Then who's that?
dude, I don't even. So this right here, that's also the
Dude,
beginning of
yes.
RE2, like the big tanker, like, you know, and the explosion.
And everything's on fire and all that shit.
Yeah, that's the beginning of RE2. That's
Damn,
awesome.
that guy lost a lot of weight as an actor.
Who did?
You remember this guy? Hold on. I'm pretty sure it's this guy, but let's see. Where is it? Raccoon City. Wait, did I skip it?
Yeah, so that's the dude who plays Birkin, like the
This
blonde
guy right here.
Oh, the cop?
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
recognize this guy?
yeah, his name is Donal Logue.
So he was in the Max Payne film
Yeah.
as Max Payne's partner, or ex-partner technically.
Yeah.
And he lost a lot of weight, dude. Holy shit.
Well, I mean, he's getting older. So
Yeah.
Raven, hey, how you doing? This is a this is a reboot of the movie series.
Yeah.
So like the other 17 garbage Resident Evil movies don't matter anymore. It's now just this.
So why start with this then?
My point exactly.
Was Resident Evil the original?
If you're gonna reboot it, and we'll go over this during the show, right? Like, if you're gonna go through the effort of rebooting it and to make it more like the game, then why are you still fucking it up?
Yeah.
It's
okay,
like,
that's just the trailer. We don't know how the movie's gonna be.
Well,
oh, I know exactly how the movie's
well, here's the thing. Like, they
Wait,
show.
I just watched the
scenes.
entire movie. Okay, yeah, I know exactly what's gonna happen in it.
I mean, they show scenes that are like paying respects to
Homage,
the original.
Yeah, that's great.
to the first game.
Great. And two.
Yes.
One
This
and two.
scene alone was
That is from one.
the scene that put Resident Evil on the map because it was
It
just
is.
something that wasn't expected.
100%. You're absolutely right. Like, I'm not arguing that point. And like I said, there was also that shot of them walking into the mansion, and I was like, oh, that's a really cool, shot there.
So do you think they're gonna sandwich it in and just do like a time jump? Or maybe just like a quick recap of number one as the events unfolded and now we're here kind of situation?
Well,
It's like,
let me see if I can find the shot.
wow.
I mean, that's a lot to put in for.
Yeah, that is missing a lot.
So the Mexican dude with the mustache, I think is Leon.
That is Leon. Yes.
Yeah, because there's shots of him with like Claire in the police station. Yeah, and he has the RPD shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
But he looks straight up like Carlos.
He does. That's gonna get so many people confused.
Yeah, like, wait, I thought this was Carlos, like from...
Yeah, looks literally nothing like Leon Kennedy.
And I'm pretty sure I recognize this dude from like being like an extra in a whole bunch of frickin' movies back in the 90s.
It's right at about a minute 30.
I don't know why he looks like one
Right
of the TikTok people.
A minute 32. If you jump to like a minute 32, there's this really cool shot of them like walking into the mansion.
This shot.
This right here. Like I was like, oh, that's cool. They're trying to bring like the whole Spencer mansion into it, And,
what the hell?
Yeah, I thought that was an awesome shot.
What's happening here, though?
I was like, oh, that's cool. But at the same time, it's like, okay, we're gonna go over this. We have a minute.
This trailer's kind of confusing.
They have already. It's like, hey, we're gonna include like the dog jumping through the window, or the zombie slowly turning his head, or whatever. They're gonna include all that, and people are gonna go nuts. And it's like, unless they've actually played the video game before, it's like, yes, they're mashing RE1 and 2. Look, okay. It's 12 o'clock. Umbraus, bring that up again. That line right there.
Yeah.
That is the
As a
key.
matter of fact,
that is the key to this.
Copy and paste it right at the opportune moment.
Yes.
And be like, glad you asked.
That is why after I saw this trailer and I was like, I'm talking to guys at work who are like, oh, bro, they posted the trailer on that. And I see it and I'm just like, garbage.
Automatically.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's start the show. Come on.
So let's take you over to the movie theaters for sure then, right?
Drag 'em.
I stand by my rule, sir. I do not pay for Resident Evil movies.
Well, that's
okay?
fine. But you'll at least grab the popcorn. You're still not paying for the movie, but you can grab the popcorn.
Pay for the damn popcorn.
Yeah.
Maybe some nachos.
Oh, Ross. He's for fun.
Wait, you pay?
He's fun.
All right, let's get this started.
It's that time for our weekly Game News Live podcast. Be a part of the show by joining us at nerdjunkies.com/Twitch.
Garbage.
Live Saturdays at 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. With your host, console fanboy,
That would be interesting.
our resident OG.
Can you hear it?
Yeah,
Sit on the stream switchboard.
Garbage.
This is
Did you put this on Twitter already? Like, did you post it? Like, hey, we're doing both it on Twitter together.
Auto posted.
Okay. God.
If it's not working, then it's Twitch's fault. Everything is
No, it's
Twitch's
okay.
fault right now.
I mean, literally.
Twitter.
Thanks a lot.
We'll get to it.
Thanks a lot,
the
Amazon.
Hey everyone, welcome to Game News Live. We're back here for another week of
Hello.
game news, game releases, and rumor control. So we're gonna start off with my hetero life mate, Play Doggy.
Why, hello there.
Mel's also here this week again.
Wait a minute.
No
I'm
fan.
the silent one? Is that what you're saying?
What do you mean?
Like Jay and my hetero life mate, Silent Bob? It's like, wait a
You're-
minute. Are you saying I'm the quiet one of us two? Is that...
You're just lunchbox, man. You're.
Nothing sadder than watch a fat man cry.
I mean, the main time that lunchbox speaks is when it's really profound, and the joke
you're
is
saying-
that that's not you at all.
I was gonna say, so you're saying anything I say is profound at all? It's not. Okay.
It's not. It's usually like trash,
garbage. Wow.
I didn't like it
Excuse
because it's not
me.
my kind of game.
My stomach's upset. I need to go take a Resident Evil movie real quick. Hold on.
Another space shooter, man, that jumps too slow. PC has problems. Consoles never have any. That guy.
I mean, in all fairness, Sony seems to
game
not be able to.
releases.
Okay.
It's time for game releases.
Game releases.
Yeah. All right, so we played the
News
beta,
team.
the open beta back in a couple weeks ago for Back for Blood. So
Yeah,
it's
it was in
finally
August.
releasing.
Finally releasing on
Finally
the 12th,
releasing.
this Tuesday.
Yep. So if you enjoy Left 4 Dead, you're gonna enjoy Back for Blood.
If anybody
Simple.
If anybody had played the beta, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Eh.
Do you feel like
okay. As a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, I'm going to get this on Tuesday, and this makes me very happy.
Yeah.
Would I be excited about spending $60 on this? Not necessarily. I think I would pay $40 for this, hands down. But I do think it's a good game. I think it is a worthy successor to Left 4 Dead, especially since Valve really doesn't care about Left 4 Dead. At least this gets us more of that.
They don't care about the number 3.
Yeah, so exactly. So I like the beta for this. I thought it was a solid game. I'm looking forward to playing this, especially because it is crossplay, as we learned, or as we all experienced during the beta. We all played together.
right?
We only played one of the campaigns, so we still have like at least three more to go.
Yeah.
You know.
Wondering Raven says, I thought this already came out. It's like, you would confuse that because most game releases literally start at the beta. Because usually it's just like a seamless transition between beta and release.
Yeah.
So
over the last year, I think starting in March was the first closed beta. It was closed beta up till August, and then it was open beta. Like it was pre-order or like open beta, whatever. And then now it's actually final release. Like it went gold and it's releasing.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, it is a solid game. I like the game.
that makes me wonder, because it's a solid release, starting line for this release. That means all your progression is gone.
Yes, the beta progress is dead.
Okay.
So like that's scrapped. It's now starting over. But yeah, like I said, knowing this is coming to Game Pass, this is a shoe-in for me. This is just like anybody could just hey man, you want to play some Back 4 Blood? Yeah, let's go. It's on Game Pass. Fire it up.
Hopefully that last mission on that one particular campaign
Gets
is
fixed?
not going to,
You
Is that the one-
Remember
just walk out.
the one with the cannon?
Yes.
Yeah, the
And
mining
it's like-
tunnel and the cannon.
Yeah,
Dude,
the
there's
one with
been
the
so
cannon.
many times we just like, you've completed the mission. What did I
Yeah.
I did
do?
nothing.
Yeah, it's like the first two times I played that, it was working, and so we died fast.
Yeah.
And then like the last 3 times, it was just like, hey, there's nothing here to hurt us.
Yeah. We're literally standing here loading up the thing and nothing's coming for us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then the awesome visual bug of we all get into that like Hummer and drive away, but we're all there and the car just drives away and we're all just sitting there. we're all just like floating in midair.
Yeah. M. Night Shyamalan's like, what a twist!
What a twist! Yeah.
All right, let's go
Exactly.
on to the next one. If you're a fan of the Jack games, I don't know what you would call it. You don't know Jack games back in the day?
Jackbox.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Jackboxes.
Yeah.
There's a new release coming out. Jackbox, the Ocho, is coming out.
Jackbox, the Ocho.
The Ocho party pack coming out.
Mel and I were talking about these while we were still getting ready for the show today before you jumped on. And yeah, I'm a self-admittedly huge fan of this series. Like, it hasn't been in the right place for the last year for a bunch of people to get together and play something like this.
How
but,
funny during the pandemic it hasn't been in
Yeah.
the right place. But yeah, any other time in history when nobody's like stuck at home.
Yeah. But yeah, these are good games. Like, this is number 8. I've played up to number 5, and I think they are all awesome. They're very fun party games. If you are going to be doing any kind of together in-person social events, these things are always good.
Cool.
Big
beans.
fan.
Yeah. I believe
Jackbox
this
party
one's,
pack.
I believe it's the use with your smartphone, right? Like the
Yeah. So like the game would run on your console or Steam or anything like that as like the main screen, and then it gives you a code. And you go to, it's like jackbox.tv or something like that, and then you type in your code and it just puts you into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So awesome.
I live up to the Umbras. I live up to the name because I come in last place, so I indeed don't know Jack. I mean, someone's got to be last. And
Look,
Mm.
if you're happy with that, Umbrows, then, you know,
achievement unlocked. Bloop.
more power to you. Achievement unlocked, don't know Jack.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
On
there
to
you
the
go.
next game, the biggest
Alright.
game of them all.
This one we're about to give like 5 seconds into it, unless Clay wants to say anything more. NHL 22.
I can put something in there.
It's just
I don't know.
With NHL 21, they also released like a 1994 mode, so it played like NHL on the Genesis, like back when hockey games
What?
were good.
where?
Yeah. Well, I said if they do it like they do with 21.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Technically, that retro mode,
Yeah.
we talked about it on the show
Yeah.
earlier this year, actually. But it is if you are a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, which gives you access to EA Play, you can play it on that as well.
Right.
I hope they do that again because, again, hockey games in the mid '90s were amazing. Now
I mean,
it's just like, okay, I'm in the game. What? Credit card? Okay, hold on. Here we go. All right. Swipe, credit
microtransaction.
card. All right.
Got
Now
it.
what? Do I want a puck? Yes, I want a puck. Oh, hold on, card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait
all
a
right.
second. Don't I have a receipt for this? I already bought.
Do
the
I
game.
need skates or a stick? Yeah. Oh, hold on, card.
I need both.
Okay.
One more. Okay, another. Okay. Okay, what player do you want to play?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
That guy. Oh, hold on, card. Okay.
Damn it. So
Yeah.
NHL 22. I see that they're showing off the T-Mobile Arena, which is here in our own hometown of Las Vegas, with the Golden Knights playing. So obviously the roster's been updated since 3 years ago.
NHL 22. I'm seeing if there's like a retro mode in it, like there was for 21. It doesn't look like it.
Mm,
Whatever.
that's cool
Whatever.
though. I like
I wasn't gonna play it anyway. I have the Genesis games.
it's
I can just
sports
play them.
games. I mean, we just don't have anyone who really enjoys sports games at this point.
By the way, is BK here?
I
Have
don't
you seen
think
him
so.
yet?
I don't think so.
Yay!
BK, I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter this week, BK has basically abandoned eFootball, even though he said he was going to choose that over FIFA. Because, like, go figure, Konami dropped the ball.
That's enough out of you.
Hardcore on this one. I'll show myself out. Okay. No, and yeah, it's no, but I was going to bring up FIFA. Like, there's I didn't put it in the script for this week because who cares? Because it's FIFA. But it's like apparently EA is going to be changing the name of FIFA, kind of like Konami changed PES to eFootball. It's going to be like EA Sports FC, like football club. So like EA Sports Football Club.
For what?
Well, because a lot of their other sports games have already changed over to EA Sports something. And then and also they have to pay FIFA for the name.
Oh,
I was about to say,
that
do they need
makes
to pay for that? Yeah.
Yeah. So for
Hey,
them,
they do not own
they're
it.
probably just going to drop FIFA, save that $10 million or whatever, and just move forward.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I believe that's all the game releases for this week, isn't it?
Yep.
I believe so. And then now we're gonna go on to rumor control. All right, rumor control this week.
Yes.
I don't know how to pronounce his name though. The company's name.
Ilphonic?
Ilphonic.
It looks like
Ilphonic.
3, like Roman numeral 3.
Yes. 3-phonic.
3-phonic.
Thrillphonic.
Who in their marketing?
Ilphonic.
Yeah.
So the rumor is, if you see on the screen here, Ilphonic is reportedly working on a Ghostbusters game. They said this on, do you know who Questlove?
Yeah.
He's like a
Yeah.
musician,
Yeah, he was part of the Roots and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's in Jimmy Fallon's band.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. He has his own podcast, and he was talking to Ilphonic, and they mentioned that they were working on a new Ghostbusters game. Which I am all about Ghostbusters games. I like a lot of them, not all of them, but I am for Ghostbusters. Like if anytime somebody wants to push Ghostbusters forwards in life, I'm happy with that. Ilphonic, if you look at their track records here, they worked on Friday the 13th, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
They did Predator Hunting Grounds, not so great. And so now that they're working on this, it's like, okay, is this going to be a Ghostbusters themed asymmetrical 4-on-1 multiplayer game?
That doesn't sound bad.
That's kind of what they do.
Yeah.
Is it like 4 Ghostbusters versus Gozer or the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man or whatever? It's like, and maybe I don't know. And I was trying to think this in my head. So Ilphonic, I know you're watching. So free game mode. Here you go. You're Slimer.
Mm-hmm.
It is your job to cause as much damage to the hotel as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It is the Ghostbusters' job to stop you. You're welcome. I'll take my royalty check. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that could work with me. Or Stay Puft is rampaging through New York City and you gotta stop him. And it's like...
I mean, it really does work, but then I'm more interested now in the mechanics. Like, are they gonna bring in some Phasmophobia type level of mechanics where you have to coax them out in a certain way or some certain combination, right?
That's the thing.
Because the most
Go on.
memorable things about Ghostbusters isn't necessarily the Ghostbusters 100%. It's the tools that they use and everything that you wanted to get your hands on, right? So it's just wouldn't it be awesome to get all of Egon's tools and trinkets and then use them against an actual person and player?
Like you have traps, you've got the PKE meter, it's like you got so if you played even Ghostbusters the game that came out the remaster came out a year ago or something like that, they have tethers where you can trap ghosts without using the big trap. It's like you kind of hold them in place. There is a lot of potential here, but and if you look at Friday the 13th and Predator Hunting Grounds, it's not just a versus mode. It's not like what Evolve was, where there's always a purpose. So in Friday the 13th, you were basically trying to escape. It's like you're constantly looking around, you're looking for keys to the car, gas, the battery, whatever, or you got to call the cops or whatever. And then in Predator, you're the military dudes or militia guys or whatever they are. It's like they have objectives on the map. It's like you have to go collect this intel, or you got to, go disable this thing over here and then get out.
Yeah.
And in Predator, it's just your job to kill everyone.
Right.
I mean,
it makes sense for that type of gameplay and their track record of going back into older IPs that some of us adults really enjoy. It makes perfect sense. I mean, but execution is always key, right? We'll have to wait and see how they actually do the game and how different it's going to be versus their previous titles. But I have a good feeling. Let's see how they do.
Down. I will say, even though the game didn't last and it was mostly because of licensing issues, I thought Friday the 13th was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that game was great. Predator, I was in the beta for it. It wasn't for me. It's free on PS Plus this month if anybody has PlayStation, or last month or something. I don't know. But it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't the best.
Right.
But then again, I'm not a huge Predator fan, so I was like, all right, it's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But Ghostbusters,
Okay, I have
I'm on
a
board.
question
I will
for
try
you.
it. Yes, ma'am.
What's that, Mel?
Yes, ma'am.
My question is, you said you're all for a Ghostbusters movie, like anything Ghostbusters. What about the female one that came out years ago?
Ghostbusters 2016.
Yes.
That's a trap card. That's a trap card.
You
I
have played my trap card.
Tread lightly.
I liked it.
Tread wisely.
I didn't. I will say it was. I don't think that movie is as bad as everybody says it is. It's good. It's not great. It did not need to be a reboot. It could have been Ghostbusters 3 with just that new cast, and it would have been fine. They rebooted it instead. That was unnecessary, and I think that's why a lot of people didn't like it. But overall, it wasn't horrible. It has some really bad moments in it, like really cringy, where it's just like, why is this even in the movie?
Can I put an unpopular opinion in this one? While I pet my kitty evilly. So here's my thought. The all-female cast Ghostbusters. The thing that I enjoyed the most was Chris Hemsworth.
He was great in that movie.
So
yeah.
Contradicting the whole purpose of an all-female cast,
Mhm.
I enjoyed the movie because
Like-
of a dude.
Like Thor was the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
He was great in it, and also giving a shout out to the cast themselves. Kate McKinnon, her character, like
hilarious.
she played like the Egon character, like I forgot her name in the movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but it was like her character was hilarious, and it was like, and I thought she was the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
Everything else in it, like I said, it was good. The villain was interesting, and then, like I said, it just, the more the movie went on, it just kind of went downhill.
So
it just
I'll give
Yeah.
you that, but then I'll add on top of it, everybody else just felt like they were just bringing their comedic presence to the movie, but not really any substance to the character.
So, yeah. So, okay. And
okay,
that-
Kitty.
with that, I will say,
Damn it.
if you watch the original Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2, yeah, these movies were made to be funny. Like, they are comedies. That's why they're filled with like SNL people, right? Like, they are comedies that have like a supernatural thing going on. This is what worries me about the new one, actually, Ghostbusters Afterlife, because all the reviews so far, like all the people who've seen it already, say it's very heartfelt and bring tissues and great character development and all that stuff. And I'm like, so it's not a Ghostbusters movie, because Ghostbusters movies are
I
comedies.
mean, they're having kids play as the main
You
role.
But yeah,
I
it's like,
think there's a sentimental value that they're gonna try to push on the viewer about how they're gonna tap into our childhood with these kids and the movie,
Mhm.
pay respects to a lot of the more memorable parts, and then just give it all to you in this huge little nice package at the very end of the climax, to the point where you're just like, oh, I see it now. Like, all of a sudden, all the characters are back or something. They were trapped in some sort of wormhole or some shit. And that's how they get you. And that's how they get me every time. And I'm just
that's
like,
not
damn it.
Ghostbusters.
And I totally get that. Totally get that.
That's not Ghostbusters. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But anyway, moving on. Yes, Ilphonic, Ghostbusters, I'm on board. I just want to, and if they are looking at this rumor control, this is 3-4 years away.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, this is a while.
I wouldn't expect anything to happen anytime soon. This
Maybe
this one's going to be a
trailer
while.
for E3 next year, but that's about it.
A teaser, if anything, a teaser, like KOTOR level, just like Ghostbusters logo, Ilphonic coming 2025.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, like KOTOR level, just Revan. That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Epic Games finally has a feature that it should have had on day one.
Mm-hmm.
Get
On-game
ready for
news.
this. Ready?
Oh,
You're gonna get achievements. now.
Chivos, baby. Okay.
Yeah, the thing that we
Makes
live
me feel
for.
accomplished.
So, okay. Good for them for catching up, right? Like we know it was like just a few months ago. They finally put like friend list into the game, you know, and it's like it seems that they're slowly getting there.
But why?
As I tell you what, Mel, now that Epic actually works for you, and Joe as our representative of the PC gaming community here on NerdJunkies.com, is this going to persuade you in any way to use the Epic Game Store?
Look,
Maybe.
Mel, go first because you might already say what I'm thinking.
I mean, it could be a good thing to make me feel accomplished in certain aspects in the game. Say, like when I played Detroit Become Human, when I eventually get to a point in the story where I haven't unlocked, I can check to see, okay, I already have that unlocked, I don't have to worry about it anymore. So, it's complicated.
It depends on the game, right?
Uh-huh.
For certain individuals. But here's the thing. I don't care. I've never cared about achievements. This is just coming from a PC, like, first-person shooter guy. I've never cared about achievements. I've always cared about the accessibility and not having to install yet another piece of software that I have to keep updated for me to be able to play my games, right? So for me, it's like, hey, Epic, do whatever you want to do. Just keep them free games coming, okay? That's all I care about.
They said a while ago that the free games aren't slowing down.
Yeah.
Like that is like they are never going to stop doing that.
Yeah. I'll let you steal
okay.
data
they
and
thought
sell
they
it to
were, but-
whoever you want about my PC usage. Just give me the free games. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But
But
that's
yeah,
pretty
so-
much it.
I like the free.
Achievements, it's cool. I did find it interesting that I was reading this article about it. Their system, it's kind of a hybrid of Microsoft and PlayStation, to where you have you can get up to 1,000 XP,
Yeah.
which is the way Xbox does it. Like you can get up to 1,000 gamer score, but then all of the trophies are bronze, silver, gold, platinum, which is what PlayStation does.
Right.
And I know it was like, okay, so they're just kind of like, well, people like saying they got a platinum, but then we got to put a monetary value on this XP level.
Right.
So it was like chocolate, peanut butter, have at it.
Yeah. Let me show you what I do every single time I start up the Epic launcher. Okay. I go straight to store.
Right.
I look down here. I
Uh-huh.
look down here, and then I click on this, on
Uh-huh.
whatever says
Right.
free now, and then I just click on get,
Yeah.
and then I do this 4 more times for all my kids on their
Yeah.
computers,
Yeah.
and then I place order. I'm good to
Uh-huh.
go,
Uh-huh.
and then I close it.
I was waiting for that, and then I shut down Epic Games.
Yeah,
Store.
and then it's gone. And then I'll never see it again until I actually want to play a title that's on their list.
BT dubs, for anybody out there, you can also do this on your phone.
I don't
That
have
is-
to have it installed.
That is how I redeem my free games every week on my phone, and I don't even PC game.
You done
So
fucked
it's
up now,
like-
AA
Yeah,
Ron.
he loves his free games as well.
Yes, I just want free games. I don't even PC game. It's like I have like a little reminder on my phone every Thursday morning, and it's like check Epic Game Store, and I go, oh, PC building simulator. I hate building computers. I used to do that for a living. Bye.
You know what the reality is though? It's
Yeah.
much more sad than this. Is that if it wasn't for that, nobody would install the damn launcher. And the only reason why people installed it in the very beginning, if you remember, is because exclusive releases were being touted on the platform.
Yeah.
And then they
Borderlands
figured
3.
out we can't afford all these exclusives, so we might as well give you stuff that is made with Unreal Engine and get it at a discount.
Yeah.
That is what really
But,
happened. So,
Like I said, they have publicly said they are not slowing down on free games.
yeah.
So
This is a
every Thursday
great-
morning. Every Thursday, free game on Epic Game Store. There you go.
Yeah, the Epic Game Store has been great marketing for good old games.
By the way, if you're on Good Old Games' email newsletter, occasionally they put out a free game all the time.
Yeah, because you can have that launcher and it just connects to everything. So why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you even bother?
Yeah.
My wife's sleeping right now, so I'm giving sweet nothings.
Bye.
Come say hi.
Bye, wifey.
Come say hi. No. You don't want to? No? Okay.
Wow.
She doesn't
It's-
want to. She's being
it's 'cause Mel's here,
disrespectful.
right?
And, yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, we're live.
Ouch.
Then no.
Yeah.
Sir.
Okay.
Wow. Mel, I think she hates you.
Yeah, I think my wife said she totally did not want to get on camera while Mel is on the camera.
Ugh.
You know, it's that female
Oh.
like. Bye. Love you.
Kitty likes to scratch.
All right.
What is that from? What is that from? Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh, it's from
It's
Waiting.
It sounds familiar.
Is it from Waiting?
It's when she's all explaining to them why they can't play that game. Why females can't play that
No,
game.
that's not what that is.
Oh, you're referencing something else then.
I'm referencing like it's like a
familiar.
thing from a TV show or something like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Hold on.
You watch other things that I've never heard of sometimes.
Yeah, I watch a lot of things.
Except for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Well, It's
Did
over
that show
now.
Just end?
it's over.
I missed that show already. Like
You miss Terry
like,
Crews and his antics.
I miss everything
Yeah.
about that show.
Yeah.
Like that is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
And it's like, God.
I don't know. You like that show more than USA Network's
Or which one?
what's that? Psych?
Oh, okay, yeah. So Psych is up. Like Psych and Brooklyn Nine-Nine are both like in the top 10 Hall of Fame of all time TV shows.
Clay's gonna have to post up on the Nerd Junkies website his entire list of top 10 shows you need to watch because you don't have opinions and only his matter.
You're not wrong.
His opinionated list.
I think you're onto something here.
Yeah.
You should run with that.
Yeah.
That's
Should
good.
we continue with the news?
Yeah. The news, whatever. Yeah. All right, let's go on to some Sony news. Clay, take this one with you because I know little about this one. Sony
Okay,
adds game trials.
So Sony is currently testing game trials. This is only in Europe at the moment. This is like early test. It's only, from what I remember reading, I don't have an article put up in front of me. It's only 2 games so far. It's Death Stranding and I want to say Sackboy Adventure, which Sackboy, good game. Death Stranding, okay. So what I found interesting about this article, one, I think it's a great idea. Game trials, like, hey, Death Stranding is here, and it's very love it or hate it. Like there are no middle grounds on this game. It's either you love it, the game is the greatest game of all time, or you hated it like I did.
Yeah.
So
you're either Joe Numbers, who plays it religiously,
And
For
loves
me.
the game.
or everyone else.
or everyone who is not named Joe Numbers, right? So, which everybody follow Joe Numbers. He's great.
Yeah, he's
So
great streamer. Not
great
taking away
streamer,
from him.
super nice guy. You know, follow him. He's
We
awesome.
salute you, sir.
Yeah, so this is a good way to beta test a game, essentially, right? Demo a game. It is the full release, and it's them just saying, hey, you get 6 hours to play this game, see what you think. Death Stranding, 6 hours is literally like the first cutscene. So it's like you're
Jeez.
already in a bad point.
Must
on
be a
that one.
Kojima game or something.
I know, right?
Mm.
So
Hey.
what I found really interesting about this, and this is, you know, everybody's just going to say I hate Sony or something like that. I have a PS5, I play it, okay? But it's like, I think Sony's just making mistakes. The way this little trial system works, you get 6 hours to play the game, right? The timer starts once you click download.
Oh my.
So
goodness.
what if you have a slow internet connection? You may never get to try it. You know, like, or in Death Stranding, that gets you to the title screen.
That's probably a technical issue that they can't get around because the license is dished out when you actually purchase it, and they never. Okay.
Keep in mind, you remember when like Resident Evil 2 remake and Resident Evil 3 remake were coming out, and they put like a 1 hour timer on the game? Or Resident Evil Village did the same thing. Remember when we were like limited to 30 minutes on that game?
Yep.
In-game timer. Once you launch the game, little timer pops up in the corner.
So there's a difference here, though. You're talking about a dedicated SKU for a demo for the Resident Evil games, which will not let you go past a certain level. It's just this level. You only have so many gigabytes for just this level, right? You only have to download so many gigabytes. I feel like what they were trying to accomplish here is avoid you having to re-download it again once you decide to purchase it and just download the entire game, cutting you a license for that game.
I give you another example.
Okay.
Not a popular game, but it popped into my head when I was thinking about this. Recon, which is on the PC and the Xbox. You download the full game for free, and it gives you a 1 hour play. And then it says, cool, you just put an hour into this game. If you want to buy it, click here and we'll take you to the Microsoft store and you can purchase that.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure you will. But I find it very interesting that they're doing this in the EU because of the way that they can get refunds for games.
True story, yeah.
And certain time frames. So instead of dishing out demos that are just truncated into this level, they are trying to minimize the amount of refunds you would get by giving you some sort of enough time to get the feel for it, and then reducing the amount of time that you would have, reducing the ability or the statistics that you'll ask for a refund. Right?
Okay.
I would think that that's their plan, but it's poorly executed.
Very poorly executed.
Like the one thing that stops you is like, okay, fine, cut me a license not when I actually download it, but when I actually start it. Boom, like
exactly.
Hello.
So the way it's like, I think it's actually the way the PlayStation Store works anyway. Is it's like when you launch, or like let's say you like pre-order a game. It's like, as long as you never launch that game, you're allowed to ask for a refund.
Right, because what happens with any game once you download it, right? It's not that it just starts up. It literally has to add cache files and all that stuff. And if you can't detect that, why not just tie it to those things? Hey, this thing hasn't been unpacked on this hard drive yet. The timer shouldn't start.
Exactly.
That's
whatever.
What
I'm saying. So that's why I thought this was interesting. I was just like, I love the idea of game trials. Just, this is not the right way to handle that.
Yeah. I think they're bridging a gap where they're not asking developers to create demos for their games that are just going to be a subset of them trying to like engineer another demo just for the developer to waste their time on something when demos weren't a thing since back in the early 2000s. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, it sucks because they're trying for every party except the gamer. It's just like, dude, just start the damn thing. By the way, thank you for the follower, Dev Nolicus. Why are these names always so hard?
Look, can't you just put like Jack?
Steve.
By the way, thank you for the follow.
Yeah. Or this is just a theory. They are partnered with the companies that provide you internet to make you get 1 gig. Oh my! Forcing you to get high speed to play more jokes on them, not changing 56K.
Zero in
Next
our chat
level.
here. He gets it.
He got it.
Okay. He reads between the lines.
Hold on, let me go get my aluminum foil real quick.
Exactly.
No, I totally get it. Like, yeah. It would kind of like promote you or promote it for you to be like, man, I got such slow internet. I got to upgrade now, and you're just doing all these expensive. But it really never comes down to like PlayStation's for the player. It never really comes down to that.
Power to the no, that's GameStop.
That's GameStop, and they never. Again, another example of not for the gamer.
Oh, isn't that it for the players? Isn't that Sony's thing? No. Power to the players was GameStop.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Is it PlayStation? Is it for the players?
Who knows? It obviously didn't stick
Play
because
has
we know
no
it was
limits.
a lie. But
So
yeah,
on the PS4, the box said this is for the players. What was the?
I'm checking
I
out
don't know.
old Myos and stuff like that.
What was
Don't
that
underestimate
one?
the power of the PlayStation. Live in your world, play in ours.
That was one of them. I remember that. Live in your world, play in ours. What was the?
It
Remember
only
that one
does
that-
everything for PS3.
That was PS3.
Long Live Play was also PS3. Greatness Awaits was PS3 to PS4.
Play has no limits is the current one.
Ah,
That's it. Play has no limits is the PS5 one, which is super ironic.
yeah.
But whatever.
Play has no
'Cause-
limits except for your bandwidth.
Except
That's limited.
Except when your 6-hour timer extends.
Yeah. Except when we put
expires.
limits on you on how long
Yeah.
you can play a demo.
Yeah.
But it has no limits.
Wherever, whenever,
No limits.
wherever. For
Other than that.
PlayStation 1.
All right. Ghost Recon Frontline is Ubisoft's first battle royale.
Keyword.
Okay, yeah. So Ubisoft announced Medal of Honor Frontline the other day, and it was, this is their, this is.
Wait, did you say Medal of Honor?
Yeah, I mean, it says Frontline. That's Medal of Honor.
No.
The game came out in like the 90s, bro. I know. It was like this awesome World War II shooter. It was on the PS2. It was.
Okay.
This is
This is
Tom
Medal of
Clancy's
Honor.
Ghost Recon.
Tom Clancy didn't write Medal of Honor. That was like a whole other team.
Yeah. So now we got.
Okay. All
All right,
right.
on to the story.
So
Okay,
Clay,
so yeah.
what is Ghost Recon Frontline?
Glad you asked, Joe. Ghost Recon Frontline is the latest in Ubisoft's, free to play, gaming initiatives that they're doing. Like, you remember they also announced their version of Overwatch, that X-Defiant game?
Right. Yep.
And then there's a Division also has one coming out, which they announced, and I honestly forgot the name of it because it's Division and I don't care.
Okay.
But this one is going to be their jump into the battle royale front.
So this is their COD Warzone, basically.
This is COD Warzone. So this is going to be their second foray into battle royale in the last 2 years.
Yeah. How are the other ones doing, by the way?
How's chat? Anyone out there? Anyone daily checking out Hyperscape?
Yeah. How's
Yeah.
that season?
Ubisoft's other battle royale game?
Anybody got the season pass for that?
Yeah.
Nope, I've been in Vampire
doing that-
Masquerade Blood Hunt. Sorry, I haven't touched it.
Doing that Hyperscape battle pass? Anyone? No?
No.
Buying those hyper bucks? I don't know what they're called. I've never played it.
My wallet wasn't interested, so.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
a free to
yes.
play game.
But yes, Raven is right. This is their Warzone clone. This is going to be, so there's this trailer, and I watched it this morning. I have no interest in this game whatsoever, but I was like, let me just watch the trailer. It's squad-based, so think Apex, It's squad-based. There are objectives on every map. It's not just kill everyone. It's like, you got to go and you got to, do stuff. You got to go hack it. Like, similar to, what we were talking about with, Predator Hunting Grounds.
Sure.
You got to go hack a thing or steal a document or do something like that,
Right.
and then get out. It's not just kill everyone and be the last one surviving. You got to get out at the same time. But all the other 100 people there are also trying to get their stuff done. So you want to be the team that gets your crap done and then you bounce out.
Look,
Oh wait, it's similar to. It sounds from like Hunt. The game Hunt. The game
Like Hunt, exactly. But with 100 players, not like
So
8 or whatever Hunt is.
it seems like this is gonna be a first-person shooter, right?
It is.
Okay. So most of Ghost Recon's has always been over the shoulder, except for a couple of games.
Well, if you remember the original Ghost Recon, like 20 years ago, like whenever those came out, 20 years ago, those were always first person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I think wasn't it when Wildlands came out that Advanced Warfighter I think was the first one that was third person.
Yeah. They've switched up so much that I don't even know like what genre they are. Look. You have Tom Clancy on here. You have Ghost Recon. Tom Clancy already has a crap ton of IPs out there that Ubisoft owns. And then now you have Frontline, which is a little bit different than all the other Ghost Recons. Who knows? This might actually take off and people will just leave COD because as Dark Zero has stated here, their anti-cheat might be better. Because that whole game is getting ripped apart for that. Now, is that going to stop everyone from playing that game? Probably not. Is Ubisoft going to try to steal some of it? I think that's just their hope.
I think it is great that Ubisoft is looking more into free-to-play games.
Yeah.
Because their current business model of charging you currently they're like EA. It is like, I'm going to charge you $60 and then throw a bajillion microtransactions into it. Yeah. So if they're at least going to go free to play with a bajillion microtransactions, that's a little better.
Yeah.
So I encourage them to keep moving forward in this direction. I do not foresee this making a dent in Call of Duty.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
Because the Ghost Recon name is kind of in the trash right now. So, like, I don't really see this making a dent.
I mean, it's got its fans, but it's really...
It has its fans. I will say, I played the demo or free play weekend or whatever of Ghost Recon Wildlands when it first came out, and I liked it. I thought it was a pretty decent game, actually. And I hit up a few buddies of mine. None of them wanted to play it. And that's basically what killed it, because I was like, I'm not going to play this by myself.
Yeah. You start off with a squad-based shooter, and then the NPCs are trash, so you want to have your friends play with you, but yet they can't purchase the entire game because they're not even that kind of gamer, even though they want to play with you.
Yeah, but after Wildlands, there was the other one, and that was just a microtransaction machine, and I had no interest in it.
There was a video I saw at one point for Wildlands there was a section, I guess, basically reminiscent to the Predator series.
Yeah, it's a DLC expansion or something like that.
That made me want to try and actually get to that point, but other than that, I haven't really touched it.
It was just one of those things where it's just like, oh, cool, there's a few missions that are tied to the Predator, but that was about it. And it kind of took you away from the lore of the game, because the lore of the game was literally like realistic, right? But then you add like Predator, right? It's just like, wait a second, that's a completely different feel to this whole entire game. If I wanted to be a straight up military shooter and then just, oh, wait a second, Call of Duty does do that. Call of Duty makes military shooters that are just like hardcore, not like Arma. Arma is hardcore.
Oh, Arma's insanity.
Arma's
yeah.
But Call of Duty does something that I think is very odd, that you will start off showing a trailer for hardcore military shooter with realistic attachments and all this other stuff, and then not only like 6 months later do you have, hey, you can get this candy cane skin on this P90 if you really want it. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, but who cares? Like, you get the kids into the Call of Duties, and it wasn't really meant for them. It's rated M for mature, but mommy and daddy are just gonna buy it because you keep bitching. That's about it. So they're catering to both demographics. But in the end,
I like candy canes.
I mean, I know you do. Damn it!
I want a candy cane skin for my gun.
Stop making my point.
That sounds dope. Where can I buy that?
Yeah.
It's going to turn into the Valve gambling scheme again.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm glad loot boxes just somebody put somewhat of a kibosh or a roadblock for them a little bit, because it was getting really bad on those loot boxes. I mean, they still have them for a lot of their free-to-play games, but it's not something that it's just like, I can just skip this. Get out of the way. I'll just earn it. You know, Quick Champions is like that. There's a couple of other ones like Apex Legends is like that, but I don't care for that stuff. Like, I just want to play games with my friends. So cool if this is just going to be another one of those games where it's literally like free to play, and then maybe I can choose to like buy something that's just not pay to win. But the moment that you go pay to win, I'm done. I'm not playing your game.
Nice.
But all right, we're going to move on to the next one. If you're interested in this, cool. Let us know how you liked it. I'll probably download it and play it on the Ubisoft launcher.
You played.
Oh, God.
Is that
All
that
right.
too? Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a launcher too.
Mm-hmm.
And it just reminds me of all the old games that I have on my library that I just didn't play. Anyways, up next,
I even have that. No.
the Steam Deck is back in the news. And this time, you get to see it naked.
Ooh.
Oh, my.
In SFW. Hey.
Yeah, here we go,
Hold on
boys.
here.
Gloves and everything. Anti-static put on incorrectly, but whatever.
Was it supposed to be put on
they-
Twitch?
Which was funny, they do actually point that out
Yeah.
in the video about how the guy has his strip outside of his glove.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
like, that's
I thought
not
that
making
was
any contact to your skin whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so-
Valve has their own channel, surprisingly. And they dished out this video of how to tear it apart with an asterisk in there. With an asterisk. We're going to tear it apart. Don't do this. We recommend you shouldn't do any of this.
It's right there. You shouldn't do any of this. Yeah.
So it kind of like,
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
delete.
I can tell you right now, a lot of the people that are very interested in the Steam Deck are a mixture between Nintendo fanboys that want a real powerhouse of a device in their hands and the PCMR community that also wants to get into handheld gaming because their back hurts from just being neckbeards all day, right? So I feel like this was
Hey, Joe,
kind
how's
of
that beer coming in, bro?
hell good. Like, yeah. Yeah. So, shut up. So here's the thing. It's a tease because I was super interested in seeing all of it, right? It's a tease because I
Yes.
know it's upgradable and I know I can do things with it, but then it's literally telling you without it being like some little pamphlet that you open up on the box and you just throw away and never listen to. No, this video literally like went out knowing that it's gonna grab your attention as a tinkerer and be like, don't do this. You don't want to do this, buddy. You
Yeah.
don't want to touch any of this. But I'm gonna show you it anyway.
Yeah,
And
I thought it was a good idea.
Curious.
I thought it was very clever. Like, I know people who mod stuff. A buddy of mine is he has his on pre-order. He is like dying to get his hands on this thing. He really wants it, and he's primarily a console gamer. He's like I don't want a big power PC in my house. I just
Yeah.
want this, and
Yeah.
it's like I get it. That's cool. But he also loves to mod his handheld consoles. So it's like I know he is aching to rip this thing apart.
Yeah.
And,
Well, the cool thing about it is these are not crazy parts. The cool
Yeah.
thing is that they're very modular in what you see, and a lot of these PC parts can be grabbed from like Newegg. You can grab the hard drive from Newegg. You can grab. I'm pretty sure you can upgrade the Wi-Fi card. It's one of those little
Yeah.
PCIe Wi-Fi cards in there. But it literally tells you once he opens it up, don't mess with the battery because it could be set aflame.
yes.
You know, and a lot of electronics are like that,
Yeah.
but they are blatantly telling you, you better watch out, disconnect the battery safely. It almost
Yeah.
made me feel like he was disarming a bomb. You know what I mean? Like,
It looks like it.
hold on a second. And not only
Yeah.
that, but this whole thing right here, he was all like, yeah, you can easily strip the screws.
Yeah.
And so make
Ooh,
sure you use
these
a
are soft screws.
screwdriver. So that way you're not stripping the screws. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is them getting rid of liability for
Yeah.
them shipping it out and saying, and then everyone being completely ignorant about it and saying, oh, I couldn't, it's broken now. And it's just like,
I would love to have seen something like this in a live demo with like Q&A happening, because you would literally have this guy yes. So what I'm using here is a torque wrench or a torque screwdriver because it's safer against stripping your screws. And he's like, so you're recommending we use that when we work on our Steam Deck? No. Again, do not do this. Again, do not do what I am doing right now. Just putting that out there. I'm using a torque screwdriver. And it's like, so now we're going to disconnect the battery. You're disconnecting the battery when you're taking it apart. So that's what I should. No. Do not do this. It's like the entire time they're just like, you are going to break this thing. Do not do it.
So they do tell you something about it before you open it. The moment that you open it, it reduces the ability to withstand fall damage.
Yeah.
I didn't know a game handheld could have
it's like
stats
shock
like
absorber kind of thing.
Yeah. Like bind on equip, make sure you don't open it. Because the moment that you do, it's going to be less sturdy than when it came out of factory. And I give them that. At least they tell you that. So that way you're not surprised when you're gaming on your cracked screen, in the middle of the night, like QQing over $500 because you got the ultimate package on that one. And they told you. Yeah. Okay. Even worse.
Yeah.
But they also tell you here, by the way, the 4 screws on the outer side are different than the screws on the inner 4 that are right behind the screen. Oh, so cute. Sorry, we're in game news. My bad. It's my daughter's keen sit tonight, so we're gonna be partying it up. But yeah, look cute. All right.
He's the dad of the group.
Sorry. I have kids. I have children. But yeah.
You chose that life, sir.
Huh? Yes. Love you. Okay. Huh? Yeah, no. Twitch will ban me if I put children up on the screen.
I'll be in Discord if you guys need me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go on. So, like I said, the screws, everything is upgradable here. A lot of these parts look like you can literally grab like a hard drive off the shelf. You can grab. I don't know about the battery. I'm pretty sure that's proprietary.
Didn't they have a thing in here about they will be releasing a list of compatible parts and things like that? So they warn about types of hard drives and everything like that. Yes.
So here's how it's so contradictory. Like, you tell us not to open it, but yet you're gonna give us vendors for parts.
Yeah.
And you expect us not to open it?
So when I swap out my thumbsticks and I'm gonna use your official thing. No, don't swap out your thumbsticks. But you gave me a list of reputable sites and part numbers, and it's like, yes, for you not to use.
What's your message?
Don't use those, and especially if you do, only use these, but don't.
I'm gonna post this up and I'm gonna tag Valve on this, dude, because this is ridiculous. Like, okay, fine. Are you going to have, like Apple does, like Microsoft does, like a whole bunch of other vendors do, are you going to have vendors or repair places that are certified to work on this thing? Because if not, it seems like you are just setting up a whole bunch of these devices to fail because of their users one, I'm not saying that you're responsible for that, but you're kind of putting your foot in, not thinking that this kind of situation isn't going to happen by just putting a video up on YouTube. No, this is still going to happen. And you're just doing really good PR to make sure that it doesn't come back on you as hard as it's going to be.
Yeah.
But I give them respect. Look, they at
Like I
least
said,
showed you what's inside.
Very cool video.
Very
cool video. Yeah.
Look, like you can see the heat pipe on the here's the memory chips right here. Here's the heat pipe that goes to the GPU. Here's the hard drive heat. Oh no, this one is the Wi-Fi. You just got standard PCIe slots for like what you see on a laptop. So a lot of this stuff is going to be swappable. The only other things that I can see, like obviously the triggers, you'll be able to fix the triggers if you have some sort of weird issue, kind of like unlike Nintendo, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about that. So I'm pretty sure most of that situation was with that in mind whenever Valve released this, is that, look, you don't have to worry about the ghost drag because you'll be able to repair your own stuff. But don't. But don't do it.
I can see like multiple videos of people who buy broken Steam Decks,
Yeah. And
a
just
bunch of them off of
Frankenstein them.
eBay, and then fix them up and try to resell them on eBay again. As fixed.
Now,
So
yeah, like the only other thing that I'm worried about this whole situation is that battery. That battery, I don't think people realize how sensitive batteries can be. I'm not trying to be one of those like worry wart dads that are just like, oh, 3rd degree burn is gonna happen. You're gonna need aloe vera. You know what I mean? Like I can't tell you like how many times that actually has happened when I've opened up phones that you just make one false move on a contact and it just like goes up in flames. So be careful. I'm just saying. More so than this video is trying to tell you. That battery is no joke, probably. But that's it for me. I don't know if you guys got any more thoughts. I think it's pretty.
Like I said, it's cool. Great video. I wasn't going to get a Steam Deck, so cool.
Yeah.
Good job, Valve.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go on to this week's Twitch news, because we know there's always going to be some news.
PSA for those who have not done it, which you should have done it as soon as it was announced.
Yeah. So aside from the debacle that was releasing out all of the, I don't know, streamers' income information as well as other sensitive information, a whole bunch of YouTubers went online and just made a video immediately, including like Linus Tech Tips, a couple of other people made some. And I was just kind of surprised that it was just so widely publicized. And then this happens to where it's just like, by the way, we're out of abundance of security, we've reset everyone's Steam code or their stream keys. And it's just like, what are you anticipating exactly? Because that's really dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, just for the headline on this one, Twitch got hacked. All right. Yes.
Yeah. Twitch got hacked. Somehow Destiny is involved. Destiny, the game, has been banned from Twitch. Like the game itself. There was an article that I read. I'm not sure if it's true. I'm trying to validate it. But there was some sort of leak within some connection within Destiny. I'll pull it up if I can find it. But I was just reading into it and I was just like, wait a second. How did that game have anything to do with this leak? And why?
Wait, you think it's the game, or it could be the streamer? Because there's a streamer named Destiny.
It's
and
possible.
He got banned for sharing personal information on stream.
No. That's possible, yeah. So
I don't know.
So either way, there's just a whole bunch of crap going on right now, and it's not a great day for Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch. Yeah, along with, like I said, like all those incomes, which we don't have to dive into that or anything like that. Along with the income, they've also, interestingly enough, all of the source code for Twitch has been put online. I thought that was cool. Like the mobile apps, the web apps, the background. It's like the entire, like you could build Twitch on your own right now. It's like the entirety of the Twitch source code. They also showed off that Amazon was playing around with a Steam competition, or a Steam competitor on their own. And like just to have like their own PC gaming storefront.
They tried that already. It failed several years ago.
But then they were trying it again, right?
Okay.
So it's like, that was cool. The long story short on this, none of these articles say any user information has been part of the hack, but it's that also we don't know if what was put online is the entirety. So if anything, change your passwords and enable two-factor.
Yeah.
Like if you have a Twitch account, do that as soon as possible.
Yes.
Yeah. I believe pretty soon two-factor is just going to be the default whenever you create an account, because it's just it's too open-ended for a regular user to just be like, oh, well, I just use the same passwords for every account that I make.
Yeah.
It's like, this is how you get pops, sir. So you might as well just enable two-factor on an app or your text messages, something. But even then, like, hackers are trying to get into spoofing your number so that way they can get your text message that they get from whatever. Whether or not that's a huge thing for Twitch, we don't know, right? But we know that it's been happening around the world for other services that are two-factor enabled. So just start off with a good security posture and just enable two-factor, okay? Just do it. Don't, now I gotta remember one other thing. Is like, look, dude, you can remember so many things about a video game, Clay, to the detail. You can remember a two-factor code and where to get one. So that's just my PSA.
There are a slew of authenticator services. Pick one.
Yeah.
I can't remember breakfast in process.
Yeah. Yeah. Get yourself a password vault system if you need.
Yes.
Secure it with a two-factor, and just there's all your passwords right there.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
But that's been Twitch's nightmare for this week. The next one up we got is something good, something to support
Charity.
To support charity, breast cancer. Research Foundation is doing a cross up with Street Fighter 5, and I believe you had an example of this where some other games also did this. I think it was Overwatch.
Overwatch did this a couple years ago, yeah.
With Mercy, and then now they're doing it with Street Fighter 5. But yeah, you can help and support breast cancer, and just click the donate button on the link. Yeah.
We're not supporting breast cancer.
Support breast cancer research. Sorry.
Yeah. By the way, just for anybody out there who is interested in doing something like this, if you're a Street Fighter fan or you just want to do some good charity stuff here, the URL we put in there goes to this Tiltify page. This is the donation page. This is not where you buy the skins.
Yeah.
So those two there, you've got Ryu, you've got Chun-Li. One of the skins is going to be $6, or you can buy both for 10, and then you get those pink,
you have to buy
outfits
them
for them
on Steam.
Buy those through your storefront. So Street Fighter 5 is on PlayStation and Steam. So starting on the 12th, which is in 3 days, so Tuesday, they will be available. This is not the link to buy them. Just put that out there.
I gotta give it up to Ambrose for giving me the giggles sometimes.
When are we getting prostate cancer mashups? That was last month. Hey, bro, I got,
Oh, yeah, he's working on it.
Oh, he's been working on it for like 5 years. Trust me.
Yeah. Are you doing
bring back the mustache?
Are you doing the Movember thing this year again?
I haven't done Movember in the past 2 years.
I'm just saying, like.
Yeah. I broke my record when I grew this beard, and I was like, no, I can't get rid of this.
Yeah?
I can't deprive the world.
You don't want to go back to skin and just not feeling at least a level of protection.
Baby face.
I hate shaving anyway, so like the beard really helps with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I did it for years. If you guys remember, I did Movember every year for like 8 or 9 years or something like that. And I will gladly support and donate to anybody who does want to do that.
Yeah, I totally did.
Let's see. I was gonna say I have like, if anybody wants to
Babyface
recall,
Clay.
if
If you
anybody
can,
wants to remember the horror of that, I still have tons of pictures.
dude, I was always freaked
Yeah.
out by just you doing Movember. It
Movember's
was
the
was
greatest.
just mustache, like thick as hell, and I was just like, bro. We kept running that joke from Super Troopers. Who wants a mustache ride? Ooh,
I do.
Yeah,
I
and
do.
it was just like, ooh, yeah. I don't know.
I
Something
have-
about mustaches just creeped me out. Like that should have stayed with in the 70s and 80s.
Look, I never had a problem growing that mustache out because it was for a good cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Look,
right.
Here's back when I had hair. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
It's like you dropped 20 pounds already.
I was 40 actually.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Man, back when Clay had a baby.
Remember that guy?
face.
Remember that
Oh,
Who's that?
who is that?
Is that your LinkedIn profile picture or what? Like,
guy? No, my LinkedIn is the same one I use everywhere. It's
Oh,
like it's the same picture I have on Discord.
whose man's?
Who
Hey,
is
man.
this man?
All
Right.
right. So we support research against breast
Yes.
cancer.
Starting Tuesday, if you play Street Fighter, throw $10 on this.
Yeah.
You know, good cause.
Get a skin here and there if you still play
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5. Great.
Help the research spread the boobies.
Yeah.
Spread the boobies. Exactly.
We
there you
need
go.
more boobies.
Needs more boobies.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Needs spread the boobies. Mel Blue Eyes. There you go.
Oh man. All right. So let's go on to the next one. Marvel is I wouldn't say Marvel. I would say like Square Enix Marvel, and this game is just not looking so hot right now. I don't know if anyone's been following like World of Warcraft, a couple of other games that are just like that will give you an option to pay to win it, or pay to get extra XP, or pay to get levels and boost yourself. But it looks like the one thing that Marvel stated that they weren't gonna do, a la Blizzard, they did do. And now you're able to pay for you to boost your character up in XP levels.
Yeah.
Yes. So I don't know about you, but I feel like they are scrambling to keep this game alive without even a player base to even promote it to.
That
Because
I think
is
they're
on.
wanting to
exactly.
keep the license and stuff like that, so they try to do anything so Disney won't take it away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This game is not doing well. It has yet to sell well, even when it first came out. They brought it to PlayStation Now a few months ago, which PlayStation Now has 1.5 to 2 million people on it, and the numbers haven't really increased for this game. And then they just brought it to Game Pass last week. And because Game Pass has like 15 million people, right? So it's like, hey, that's a huge like a group of people. We'll give them the game for free, and then they can buy microtransactions like crazy. Numbers still haven't increased. So,
Let's say, didn't they have a free weekend or something?
if you remember, we actually talked about this like a month ago. They had a free Steam weekend, and somebody showed the charts on it where like the numbers for that weekend spiked to like 1.5 million people or 1.1 million people or something like that. But before that, it was like the player base on this game on Steam was like in the hundreds of people. Like hundreds, not like hundreds is like what indie games do, like when nobody cares. It's like this is a AAA multi-million-dollar game that Square Enix, you know, everybody loves them because Final Fantasy and stuff like that, but it's like this game has just been doomed. Like nobody is playing this.
So do you think?
And now they're like, oh yeah. And part two on this whole thing, this whole like paid XP boost thing. One, you're right, Joe. They said that they weren't going to do that. Like Square Enix went out and said like, oh no, like this game is going to be cosmetic only. Like you can buy skins and that's it. Also, and this comes after back in March, they did an update to the game where they nerfed the XP gain rate. So they took the XP gain and then they dropped it, so it's slower.
Right.
And now they're selling you a way to get back up there again.
This feels...
And I was like, God, this is just close the coffin, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
What's up now, dog?
This
feels... Look.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hate to see it, but I don't... I think the game was quality as a single player game, right?
In all fairness, a lot of the reviews said the same thing. They basically said that the single player campaign with Kamala Khan and all that is good.
Yeah.
And then you beat that and it turns into its like Destiny looter shooter mode, and it's just garbage at that point.
Yeah. I think Naughty Dog's games, Spider-Man, Multiverse, all those kind of games where they're just like, look, you purchase the game, we might have a couple of skins here and there, but it's the story, right? It's the reason why we watch Marvel movies. We don't want to make the movie. We don't want to continuously repeat the same levels to just get new skins for our character that we might use. We just want to play a movie when it comes to Marvel characters, because it's like, we read the story. This is a comic book character that we've known all along. We're not trying to guide it. You need to surprise me on the storyline. But when you give us something that is just so open-ended, you can't just put any IP there. It has to make sense. Like, I can't just, let me see a whole bunch of 4 Hulks going through one single map. Like, yeah, that's funny, hee hee ha ha for like 5 minutes, but then after that, there's just no replayability. Yeah. Unless you just give me a job to do as quest or something like that. And then it's just like, I'm just doing another job. That's it.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. Naughty Dog in the comments actually put something really good in there. He says, to be honest, if they put in Marvel Zombies, I'd play this, but they won't. Marvel Zombies was a comic line that came out like 8 years ago or something like that.
It was also featured in Disney Plus What If as one of the episodes. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was like, because I actually have the comics for it. It was pretty good. And I was like, I didn't even think about that. That's actually a really good call.
Right.
Like, if they kind of shook it up a little bit and did like a Marvel Zombies thing, that would work.
But then you'd have to, like with anything Marvel, right? Being at Disney, we know that they kind of skirt the edges of what's okay and what isn't okay in Marvel movies. And we know that Disney is like, hey, anything that's like rated PG-13 and over, we're going to go to Hulu. We're going to toss that over to Hulu. We don't really deal with those. It's almost the same thing with games, right? You're never going to see dismemberment of a human being in a Marvel movie. You just, unless it's skirting the edge right there with, like, what was it, that Wakanda villain that has the metal arm or whatever?
Oh, Claw?
Yeah. So, but you don't get to see anything, right? It's kind of like softcore. You know, like we don't ever show you anything. But it's just like, if you introduce Marvel and zombies, there would have to be a level of a threat that is substantial with zombies or campy with Marvel. You're not going to get both. Which is why I loved the What If episodes, because it was just like, there was a sense of real danger and death with those episodes. And I was just like, yes, it's a multiverse episode, but living in that whole universe is going to be a really bad situation. And so I just don't think Disney is ready for those kind of things with their IP.
I haven't watched What If, but like, do you know, or and I don't know if you read the comic for Marvel Zombies. Do you know if it's the same like storyline?
It's not. It's not the same storyline, but there are aspects of it that, except for the fact that it's just zombies, the fact that the whole show is spoiler alert-ish kind of, but you're literally being told every single episode a different universe that Marvel could live in, and zombies just happen to be in one. At the very end of the whole entire series, it kind of all mashes together in this very, I believe, it's my opinion, a very epic fight with Ultron.
Okay.
So it's just me, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. because it wasn't anything that retconned anything that happened in the past, in my opinion. But whatever. It was just a fun show. I would highly recommend anybody watch it. Just don't get stuck to your characters very much. You know what I mean? It was like, oh crap, what the hell happened? Or what am I watching? Like, literally in the Discord, we talked to Yomaho, and he's just like, did I miss an episode? It's like, no, you don't get it. Every episode is different, but then just watch till the end. And Yomaho is really opinionated anyway. He kind of puts Clay to shame sometimes, and they just like clash.
Hey, look, he needs to just realize his garbage taste in video games doesn't hold up.
Of course.
Okay?
And then we have insert sentence Clay number 1. We're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marvel's hurting right now. I think Avengers game is a great quality game for a single player game. If they would have done it that way, you definitely get the polish and feel from Square Enix. I believe it's Square Enix that did that.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, so the game. Okay, so Square Enix is the publisher on it. I believe it was Crystal Dynamics who actually did the game. Yeah.
And they're also known for polish.
They are. And in all fairness, like kind of just to jump on your point there about Square Enix and single player games, all the early reviews are saying the Guardians game, which comes out in like 2 weeks, is good. Like it is like this is not a Destiny, Anthem, looter shooter. Like this is just a single player. You play Star-Lord, the team is there. They say this is a solid game.
Yeah.
And so I'm actually really looking forward to that.
Yeah. When we play single player games, like Spider-Man and all these other ones, it's like we want story, right? When we play what's that one with Ellie and Joel in it?
Last of Us.
Last of Us and Last of Us 2. It's controversial because it's a single player game and it's a story-based game. Right? There are a lot of decisions in those games that are just, they go far deeper than that. And that's what we kind of want with Avengers. But when you just open it up kind of like DC Universe, you know what I mean? It's like, you're going to get DC Universe problems. You know what I mean? Like, it's just going to be open-ended everywhere. And it's just like, nobody plays that anymore. And the people who do, right here, baby. Neckbeard. Okay?
Controversial
as my comments can be.
Yeah, no, Dog's like, you guys are on late. Yeah, we're on. Okay, look, we try to stick to 12 to 1. Okay, we try. It never works, but no, dog.
It's always an hour and 30 minutes.
This is free content.
2 hours tops.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes 2 hours.
Sometimes 2 hours. You're welcome. Is what I'm hearing from us.
Sometimes an hour. I think we had like a show that was an hour. There you go. I think 1 hour.
I think the one time that we stuck to an hour was literally us playing a game and talking about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was it. I'm just stating facts. Sure.
Okay.
Put it on your blog.
Okay.
Put it on the Discord. Why don't you do that? No, I'm just messing with you.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one.
Big one. I think it's big because you know how I like to drag my lunchbox friend over here to these movies. Resident Evil Evolution. Huh? Did you enjoy that? Was it Evolution? It was something else. Resident Evil something. One of the Resident Evils that has Alice in it but doesn't have it in any of the games. Those Resident Evils. I took Clay to one of those movies once, and it was just a cinematic masterpiece.
It was like the fourth or the.
One?
No, it was. Like
it was the one in the prison. In the
fourth or the fifth.
Oh,
one
that was the fourth one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just. Oh God, it was a bad movie.
All right, so time to shove all of that away.
Start right.
No more Alice. Hopefully, has not been confirmed.
Please no. Don't
Resident
bring him
Evil.
into this.
Welcome to Raccoon City.
Welcome to Raccoon City. The trailer is out now, and we went through it frame by frame and looked at some of the key things that we're now more confused about. Because you will see certain scenes in this whole trailer that stick to Resident Evil 1 and then Resident Evil 2. And then we're going to ask the chats to see who do you think this person is when we look at this character, let me see if I can find him real quick.
All
First
three of
off-
us are not going to be allowed to say anything because
Okay.
no,
Okay.
the chat is the only one to say who it is.
Okay. Yeah, but okay. So, are we starting right here?
We can start at the
Okay.
very beginning. But yeah.
We're just gonna say, look, welcome to Raccoon City. It's like a street sign. What's that tell you? Opening of Resident Evil 2. Okay. Claire or Leon, depending on who you're picking, are driving into Raccoon City, right? And it's like, cool. All right. And then we got like, what do we got here? Just like a city, like a street.
People
We have a street.
Raccoon City.
We got a couple.
Hey, who's
of,
that guy? Who's that guy? It's Hunk. Exactly.
Is it Hunk?
Well, he's one of the UPCS guys.
Right,
So
right.
it's like,
He
yeah,
wears a
it's like-
mask.
yeah. Yeah. Welcome to Raccoon City. Obviously, somebody. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Chuck.
Here we go.
We're getting somewhere. Who's that?
Who's that?
Who's that guy? Who are those two people?
Who's that guy?
Uh-huh.
Whose
Right?
man is this?
Yeah. Who are
Like
these two
we
people?
know who they are. Who's this
Who's
guy?
that guy?
Is this the Shermanator from
From American Pie.
from American Pie?
Oh no.
Because I haven't seen this dude in forever.
So, yeah. Okay, so we got those two young, attractive people. We got these people.
I don't know.
Who's
who
that?
Oh,
I don't know who that is.
We got.
Yeah. This is
That looks like that
Rickon.
villain from
Th-
the original Resident Evil movie.
This
I'm sorry.
this actor is
One of those,
Rickon
anyway.
from Game of Thrones and also from the Umbrella Academy. So he's in this.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know what the
okay.
hell that was. And then we have this dude, which we talked about a year
Oh.
ago.
Yeah.
That's Birkin.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which we know is infected himself with T virus, I believe it was. G virus. Okay.
G. Yes.
So now we don't
Yeah.
need. I don't know what this is.
I don't know.
Okay.
Unless it's supposed to be Lisa Trevor. I like.
All right. Chat.
I don't know. Okay, this
Who,
guy.
who's this guy?
Who's this?
Who do you think this guy is? Wait, so no Wesker? Hold on.
We don't know.
We'll get
Hold
there.
on.
Don't worry about that. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
This guy. Okay, look, Joe. I don't know who it is. I'm just gonna look. Okay, what do we got here? We got a male, young male,
What's his
mustache,
complexion like?
long hair, a little tan. I'm thinking Latino.
Yeah. I'm getting
Okay.
the same feeling.
Okay, right?
I know my
Curly.
peoples.
Right? Okay. Latino guy, action movie, Carlos Oliveira.
Carlos. But wasn't he from like Resident Evil 3?
He was from 3.
So how does that work?
You're right. So they put Carlos into Resident Evil 1 and 2, is what you're saying.
Is it? So
I
if
mean,
you
technically,
IMDb
3
this,
was before 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. If you IMDb this, does it tell you who this actor is playing?
No, but we're gonna assume who it is by some shots later in the movie.
Okay, let's continue going.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. All right. So now we have cool.
The truck. The
But
truck
what's-
driver in the truck. This is the beginning of RE2.
Right. But what's
Yes.
behind him?
Honestly, I can't see.
It's the
Oh, that's-
dog.
Cerberus.
Oh, Cerberus? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go on.
So now we have here's the startup of RE2. We got Shermanator again.
Shermanator, who, by the way, in RE2 in the game, there is no Shermanator. I don't know who is
No.
talking to Claire on that TV. I have no idea who that is.
We got
Yes.
Max Payne's old partner here.
You got Donal Logue, the
Yep.
actor.
Actor.
He's good.
Oh! And we get Scary Dog scene now.
Spoopy dog.
Yep.
But
Here we
but
go.
The parking garage is from RE2 and 3. So hey, we got some shots from the game.
Right.
You know, we're good. Now, is that Chief Irons? Like, is Donal Logue playing Chief Irons? We don't know because he's wearing a cop outfit. Chief Irons wears like a shirt and tie and stuff because he's the chief.
Right.
You know, it's like, so we don't know.
Again.
Yeah. Oh, Donal Logue is Irons, why would he be wearing that outfit then? You know, okay, go on.
All right, so we keep on going. we got the costumes, we got everything. I mean, it's on point. It's not like it's not.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm just hoping it's better than the Alice.
Oh,
what was that?
No, I was gonna say just the shot of the mansion I thought was really
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
So now we got
So
Birkin.
that's Birkin. By the way, this Birkin is way more buff than Birkin is in the
Hella
games.
buff,
In the
dude.
games, he is a little skinny nerd guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hella.
Oh yeah. By the way, film 10 right there, Ashford twins. Now we're looking at Code Veronica. How many
Wait,
games
what?
are we sandwiching
What are we
into
talking
this?
about here?
How
Maybe
many
they're
games are we
thinking
throwing
maybe
in?
it could turn into a series. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I mean, okay.
Dangerous.
a little girl.
So then there's that character again. If you look at it,
Lisa
where it
Trevor,
says
that's
last
gotta
scene,
be.
this is Lisa Trevor.
At least Trevor is from the remake of Resident Evil,
Right.
not the original. But here we go. Look at this shot. I love this shot, by the way. It's like them going into the mansion.
Here
I
we
was
go.
like, that
Like
is
Crimson Heads.
that is what I want right there. By
but
the way,
how does
yes,
it-
Mel,
how is
great
this-
question.
How is this making chronological sense to you right now, Clay?
I brought some props.
Okay.
I did. I brought some props. Okay.
Okay.
Go with me on this.
Mm-hmm.
What we have here is we have Resident Evil 1
Mm-hmm.
because clearly they're in the mansion.
Clearly, it's right
You
there.
got Resident Evil 2 because we
Uh-huh.
have Claire and Birkin and Leon. So we have RE1 and we have RE2. In the game, in Resident Evil, those do not happen at the same time.
No.
No. 1 happens, and then technically 2 and 3 happen at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But 1 happens first, and then 2 happens like months later. So
But now,
I'm kind of confused right now. So this is where like this trailer comes out and everybody goes, this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be so much better than those garbage ones that Paul Anderson made. I agree. This is gonna be better. Why is it called Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, for one thing? Why is Resident Evil... Look, Resident Evil 1. If we're going to make a movie about Resident Evil 1, why don't we call it something better than Welcome to Raccoon City? Why don't we call it something like The Umbrella Conspiracy, which is what the novelization was called.
Yeah.
And if you're going to make something and merge it into the same movie as this one, why wouldn't it be Resident Evil 0 Hour, which is Resident Evil 0? Because these two take place right behind one another. Okay? Then you don't need Claire and Leon at all. You can bring in Rebecca and Billy. Wouldn't that be cool?
Mhm.
Then, if you're like, well, how do we follow that up? How about with Code Veronica level and backstory the whole thing if you want.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Look,
sorry.
there's all sorts of stories you can do with Resident Evil that follow the games.
Yeah.
Instead of just, oh, we're going to put these 3 together and then this one's going to be its own thing and whatever. Like,
Yeah.
this is the problem.
Oh, they didn't hear a lot of
Well,
that for some reason.
they heard it. They heard a lot of it,
Yeah.
but they heard the piece where it zoomed in on him. They didn't hear that piece, which was like 5
Yeah.
seconds. But he makes a really good point. You
My
already
thing
have
is-
you already have content, bro.
Mm.
This isn't brand new. Like, it's been laid out. Wes Anderson, Recon, all that crap, right?
Paul Anderson, yes.
Paul Anderson.
Clay got you covered, yes, exactly. I'm
Dude.
talking crazy. Cut
Yeah.
the feed.
The
Yeah.
mic clipped, and we had to like, okay, too much. No,
My
but
bad. My bad.
But he makes a great point. What the hell is going on in this trailer? Now, if we continue looking at this trailer, we posted it up for you so that way you can watch it yourself. But
Mhm.
I mean, we will not take away. This is classic here, right here.
This is classic RE1, which is great.
Yes, but
I am Charlie Day.
for reals, like, we don't know how this is taking place. What is the catch? Is there some sort of like cheesy mechanic that they're gonna throw into the movie where it's just like kind of like the Wesker stuff is like they were living underground this whole time in a testing chamber when the mansion was just a replica or some crap like that. And I'm just like, dude, for reals, like, we just want the original content in a much more non-PlayStation 1 graphic settings. Can you do that for me? Can you pay respects to what we imagined as children who shouldn't have had this game in the first place?
Like, they just, if you took 0 and 1, they work.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
story works.
Yeah. Mel?
Okay, I'm sorry. I think probably it's all gonna be RE2 stuff. It's just possibly they might talk about what happened in the mansion as a time sort of thing.
I will say that is likely, but that sucks.
Oh yeah, by the way, Shermanator over here, if you actually like listen to the audio in this, he's like warning Claire about this conspiracy that's going on. And it's like, that's why Claire's in Raccoon City apparently, is to help uncover some umbrella conspiracy. But with that, that never happened in the game.
Okay.
No.
So
Claire goes to Raccoon City because she's like, hey, I haven't heard from my brother in a while, and I should go look for him. That's it.
Long story short, we are at least getting more Resident Evil movies without things that don't exist, but now we're getting other things that shouldn't exist mashed up together, and we still don't know if that's Carlos because it looks exactly like RE3 Remake's Carlos.
So, spoiler alert, and I'm just gonna say this. Carlos that we saw earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that's Leon Kennedy.
Yeah.
Wait, what? That looks nothing like Leon.
Through this trailer, you can see Carlos wearing a Raccoon City Police Department or uniform, which would make him Leon Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos works for the UBCS, and he wears one of their outfits.
It's just, you could have just made him look different, though, than Carlos from RE3.
I get it. I get it. The whole idea of like whitewashing in Hollywood and stuff like that. I get it. But if you already have a white blonde guy, or actually in RE2 he had red hair. If you have Leon from RE2 with red hair, or RE2 remake Leon with blonde hair, it's still a white guy. It's not Carlos Oliveira.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be like just hating on this movie. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna try to figure it out. Hopefully, it's not too complicated. Maybe they stay really close to the original story.
Hopefully
and then,
faithful.
Yeah, and then just take. Hopefully, they're just not like, for everything bad we freaking point out about this movie, they're not just like with a campy response of like creative freedom. Sorry.
So, yeah.
Counting our money. Creative freedom. Our bad.
I suggest you look on Discord real quick in the meme section for safe work.
Oh no.
Oh, I don't ever look at that. Hold on.
I know, but it's.
I have that like muted actually. Hold on.
Yeah.
I gotta find it.
Yeah. I'm afraid to open it up. Is it bad?
No.
What is it? How bad is
it? It's Charlie Day.
Oh yeah.
The conspiracy.
Here you go. Here's Clay right here.
Yeah.
Welcome to Raccoons.
Oh my god.
Normally that would come into play if we're talking like not Resident Evil, like Metal Gear or something like that, you know. But, like...
Well, I mean, you were going like bringing the books.
Bro,
I was like, bring this in and bring that in.
Well, because I was like, I mean, that's the thing. It's like I am a Resident Evil fan, and it hurts me as a fan when things like this happen.
Yeah. It just, look, I mean, it's a different generation. We are now the generation that has come to our prime, and we know what they know what sells to us, whether or not it's exactly how we wanted it to be or not. They know that us rambling about it is just going to be free promotion for them, right? So
100%.
why do they care?
There is no such thing as bad press, right?
Right.
Like, I fully get that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I have to be silent.
Yeah.
They will hear.
If somebody can face swap Charlie Day to that meme, that would just put the cream on the top there. That's just great. Yeah, so somebody screenshot this whole thing. Just craziness.
Perfect.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week's game news. We brought you the new releases, the rumor control, and the news articles for this week and this trailer.
I'm gonna say one more bad thing about this trailer. Okay.
Okay.
Like, if you watch the trailer with the audio on and all that stuff, yeah, they also, you're thinking Resident Evil, and you're thinking like, we want a song that's going to convey suspense and terror.
I hate the choice for the song for this.
And what did they make as the song to play through the Resident Evil movie trailer? 4 Non-Blondes, What's Going On? One of the worst songs ever written in the history of music. And it's like, do they even want people to watch this movie? Like,
look, we're gonna get some hate.
Good.
But
send it my way. Put it in Discord.
Put it in Discord.
Put it in Discord, in the gaming chat. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Clay loves fight.
He loves what he calls debate, but it's not really debate. It's more like you're wrong. You know what I mean? Like,
we're going the Matrix route here. Really.
Yeah. So if you haven't joined up on our Discord yet, join up now. You can always get the easy invite by just going to nerdjunkies.com/Discord. It leads you directly there. As well as if you haven't been a follower yet of our Twitch stream, make sure you're a follower, because the first 100 followers enter for a chance to win $25 off a Steam card, either digital or physical, depending on what you want. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Game News Live this week. We hope you liked it. We appreciate you coming here every single week, and we love chatting with you guys. So, Clay, Mel, you guys got anything?
Metroid Dread came out yesterday. I'm looking very much forward to it.
It's hard.
And, oh my god, it's hard.
It's so hard.
So pitiful.
If you don't know what we're talking about, it's on the Discord. Yeah.
Apparently, like, every game reviewer is just like crying about how hard Metroid Dread is. Get over it.
Again, that was our goal, and
you guys suck, but it was
popular
fun.
because of it.
You guys suck. I'll see you next week. That'll show you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aside from Metroid Dread, everybody play Lost Judgment. It's amazing.
Yeah. True story. Yeah. All right, Mel. You guys got anything you're playing besides?
The usual Final Fantasy?
Yeah, you're playing Final Fantasy.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've been playing a little bit of Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt, so...
Hey, Mel.
I enjoy it. Mm.
We have New World. You can come to the dark side. No.
Here,
how about this free trial right here? Just...
Yeah. You can give it to somebody else, thanks. I'm pushing it right back to you.
Just taste it.
Just be like, hey, Mel, you know what? You know what, Mel? I got that first month. All right? Let me PayPal you. There we go.
No worries.
Just a little taste.
Yeah, just a little taste. Make
It's
sure.
like Valheim all over again.
Just a little taste of the gusto.
I still have not played that.
Yeah, and whenever you need some more, just come back to me. You're good.
Hey.
Yeah. And make sure you mine everything you see and just put it in my mats, okay? Enjoy.
Oh, that's what you want, huh? You want someone to do all the work for you.
All right, let's get out of here, everyone. Enjoy your week. end, and we'll see you online. We'll see you on Discord. We'll see you on the games. See you later, everyone. Enjoy.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen. Bye. Anyone playing Far Cry 6? God.
Nope.
Oh man, that.
I know the stream's ending and all, but Far Cry 6, I believe, and I don't know if there's any details on it yet that I've seen. Supposedly, Far Cry 6 is where the remaster of Blood Dragon comes in, and it's like that I want to play. I want to play the remaster of Blood Dragon, but I don't know if it's part of 6 or if they're going to sell it separately. If they sell it separately, I'm buying. There you go. Blood Dragon, baby, the best Far Cry there is.
Was that was that futuristic like
It's a bit cyberpunkish.
yeah.
Oh no, it was straight up like futuristic but 80s, like awesomeness.
Which turned out to be nothing like how they envisioned future to be like.
Were you alive in the 80s, Joe? That's exactly how it was.
I kind of got the purple
lasers,
hues here, but I don't got
flying
any lasers.
dragons.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it was in the 80s.
I mean, the most we got was electric cars right now. That's about it.
I mean, we're not flying
Yeah.
in cars yet.
We
but
ain't
I
going
mean-
anywhere. All right, let's get out of here. See you later, everyone.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.